Hey everybody, it's Michelle and welcome to A Day in the Life with me. Today is Vlogmas Day and this is story time part. Okay, so where I left off, oh sorry Ticker, I'm completely switching. Where I left off was my mother passing away. I don't want to talk about the sad stuff. I want to talk about holiday traditions. So for this part of the story time, we will be talking about the many Christmases that I have had in my lifetime and like family traditions. So my maternal side, my maternal grandmother and her side of the family would always do what was called the Burgess family Christmas. And that Christmas would be sometime in the month of December. It would always be on a Saturday. And it would be done at a hall. So there have a bunch of good food. All the kids would get presents, and we just got to, excuse me, interact with, you know, that side of the family that we didn't see very often. I can't ever remember not at least doing that. If we, and it was, you know, I got to see cousins that, you know, I hadn't seen in over a year, sometimes more. You know, if one cousin couldn't make it the previous year, they made it that year, and it was just always fun. I remember as I got older, into high school, my mom would let my brother and I, if my brother was coming. A lot of you know, in one of the videos, I talked about my brother getting married, so my brother and his wife would come, and I would bring my best friend Jennifer. She would come to me to some of those, or my friend Mary would come with me. And it was just a way for me to like include them in my family things. And I would go with my friend Jennifer to her Aunt Janice's every once, well, I think I went maybe twice to their Christmas party that they would have there. But that was like after we were out of high school. Yeah, that was after, I can't remember. Jennifer, let me know in the comments below when that was. But yeah, we would, and it was, you know, it's something that we did, and it is something I wish my son was able to do, like have like a specific tradition that was done every year. The last 3 or 4 years have been a little rough. You know, money's been tight when I had money, and Christmas just wasn't what it used to be. So, you know, thinking back on the memories of like Christmas time and the Burgess Christmases, or even before that, I would go to my maternal grandfather's side of the family and to his sister's house, and we would have like a Christmas Eve there. That was when I was really young, so that was before my uncle had any of his kids. So it would be, you know, just my grandma and grandpa Barnes and myself and my brother and my mom, and we would all go out there. My dad would actually, there's some pictures of my dad being there as well. I think he may have even gone the year before he passed away. So he may have even gone in 88. It was usually at my Aunt Shirley's house, my grandfather's sister. But let me come back to that one in the next story time. Let me finish this one up. So the Burgess family Christmas, all of us grandkids, or whatever, well, grandkids of like my grandmother, her cousins, their grandkids. One that keeps like coming into my head is one where it was at a meeting, like a conference room, or I don't know, some sort of lodge or something. There are two of them. One of them, I remember being in Birch Run, if you're familiar with Birch Run, Michigan. It's where the main outlet center is. And I remember being there one year, and that may have been one of the last years. That would be Gibby. Remember it being one of the last years that we went, and it was like a lot of my grandma's sister, so my Aunt Dolores, a lot of her kids were there, and they had kids by that time. I think almost every one of them had kids at that time, and it was, remember it being really crowded, but I don't remember anything specific about it. I know we used to have them at my Aunt Dolores's house, in her garage, which was finished, and there are a lot of pictures of those. My mom and my uncle would always, have to have their middle finger up in every photo. I remember him being there. I remember him being at a conference room or meeting center in at a trailer park. I'm guessing one of the family members must have lived in there, because that's the only way you can actually get one of those. And yeah, I don't really remember a lot of them. I just remember we would always, it was like an every year thing. And it was just always done. Always. So those were a lot of fun. Those are some traditions. Come back tomorrow maybe for another story time with some other family traditions. Remember, as always, make sure you are subscribed, ring that notification bell, and leave me a thumbs up and a positive comment below. I do greatly appreciate it. Love answering the comments and reading them. They always make me feel so good about myself. So if you can leave me a comment, I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, remember, be kind to one another and know that you are loved, you are appreciated, you are important. Bye, guys.